What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3 Reunion Part 2. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into this episode. Alright, you guys, so this episode, it basically picked up where we ended last week. And I will say, if you guys are, go watch Funky Dineva's video. He did a interview with Nicki Natural last week. I watched some of it, but I couldn't watch all of it because at a certain point, I'm like, I think Nicki Natural started to lie. Some of it I believe, but I'm like, some of this shit, I think she just lying for the fuck of it. But go check it out, nonetheless. But this episode, it picked up with Trina. You know, she's backstage trying to find Nicki Natural. And, she went and changed. And she was about to dip out. Bobby stopped and told her, no, Trina, you got to come back in here. And Trina was telling, Kendall that, fuck Mona, fuck Stephanie, and fuck James. Like, y'all, I'm done. Film this reunion without us. So then, so back on stage, Claudia is asking the cast how do they feel about this whole situation between Trina and Nicki Natural. Now, Shay said that, she understood both Trina's side and Nicki Natural's side. And then, Suki chimes in and says, but, what about, she was talking about when they got into it. And Shay was like, well, when me and you got into it, what happened was I felt like, I was trying to diffuse the situation, but, you took it the wrong way. And then Suki was like, but, that didn't have nothing to do with you. And then if you did that, why didn't you just step in for Nicki Natural? Why didn't you just step in for her with this whole situation with Trina? And Shay was like, well, you know what? I don't fight all her battles. I'm like, Shay learned her lesson season 1 when she got into that fight with Joy. She learned her lesson the hard way about fucking with Trina and her family. That's why she didn't get involved in that situation. But Suki and Shay go at it for a few minutes. But Claudia soon calmed that shit down, and that was basically it for that situation. And then Bobby did rejoin them. He said that he talked Trina into staying and finishing out the reunion. So we'll see Trina in a little bit. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So next up, we talk about the BAPS tour. It really, we didn't spend too much time on the situation. I know that they showed the clips, they talked about it, and not Hood Rat, but Chameleon. She was like, when it came down to Alvin didn't ask us what kind of hotels we like to stay at, and we told him what hotels we like to stay at. And then he said, oh, yeah, I think y'all too good to stay at a certain place. I would have probably said, yes, I'm too good to stay at a Roach Motel. Absolutely. I'm not staying there. But, if you go to the Holiday Inn, anything like that, I don't care. The Ramada, wherever. I'm just not staying in no dirty-ass, nasty-ass, roach-infested motel room. No. That shit is nasty. But, I do respect Chameleon and her hustle. Because Claudia asked her how did she feel about, performing at the Last Chance Saloon. She was like, I didn't really, honestly, I didn't care. As long as, one person walks out of there, I'm going to perform my music. I'm going to get the bag. But as long as one person, likes my music, listens to my music, and then go tell, and, go spread it word of mouth, that's fine with me. And I'm like, that's the mentality to have. As long as one person sees your shit or hears your shit and, tells the next person, oh, I heard this new artist, her name is Chameleon. She got some really good fire music. You should check that out. That's the best way to market yourself is word of mouth. So, I respect her. I actually respect all the ladies. Even Suki, as ghetto as Suki is, I do respect Suki. I would say I respect Nicki Natural, but I kind of don't respect Nicki Natural. Because, Nicki Natural, backstage when she was with Kendall, she wants to say that, Trick and Trina ain't never put nobody on. Okay, whatever you want to. She actually, technically, they have this whole fucking cast they put on. Because Love and Hip Hop in Miami, they've been trying to do Miami for years. But Trick and Trina never wanted to sign on until when the show first started. So, yes, Trick and Trina have put people on with this damn show. Because this show is their show with Mona, Stephanie, and James. So, shut the fuck up, Nikki. So, also, while we were talking about the BAPS tour, now, you guys remember when Hood Rat said, who want that nigga to fly them out? And then one white woman in the crowd, she started dropping the N-word. And I guess she felt comfortable with saying nigga because she got a boyfriend that's black. Because he said she said it all the time around me. I don't, and I was with Suki. I don't give a fuck what she said around you. Don't have that bitch say it in front of me. Like, no. And that's I'm paraphrasing from Suki, not me. But I have to say I agree on that instance. And then we start to talk about the debate between who can say nigga and who can't say nigga. And who should and who shouldn't say nigga. We had that debate, and I've actually had that debate with some friends, and some of my friends. I've had that debate because I have some friends who don't. I have friends who don't cuss, who don't drink, and who don't use nigga. I say nigga a lot. I can't help it. Well, I can't help it. It's just something that I've said since I was a kid, and I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna stop saying it. I don't think white people should say nigga at all. Don't ever say it around me. Is it is it a double standard for us to say it and other people not to say it? Absolutely. But the thing about us black people is we've taken a negative word. We've taken a negative word and we've taken the sting out of it, and now we're just using it in our normal, average, everyday vernacular. Now, should we not use it? Yeah, we probably shouldn't. We shouldn't use a word, but we do it anyways. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna stop saying it because people get offended by it. I'm sorry. If you get offended, that is on you, not on me. I'm just saying a word that I've heard since I was a kid. And is it right? No, it's not right. But again, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. I just don't want anyone white to come up to me and call me a nigga, because if you do, there's gonna be a problem for that ass. But let's move on. All right, guys. So next, let's move over to this interesting situation between Briscoe and Cello. So we found out what Briscoe went to jail for. He had, money on him, probably dirty money, and he went to jail for fraud for 5 years, but he got out in 3 years. So, he was trying to keep up with the Joneses. So Claudia asked him, like, so what's the status of you and Cello right now? Why she asked that? Well, actually, before she asked that, she asked Cello, did she see a change in Briscoe? Cello said, yeah, he's a little bit bigger, and he's a lot calmer. And then she moves into, so what is the status of them? So the status of them at that time was that they were working on, getting to know each other again and building. Now, backstage, Chameleon is with Kendall, and she's watching this, and she's saying that Briscoe was a lie. I'm like, wait a minute, what happened here? So then Cello says, you know what, I want to go back out there on the stage and talk. So, because she said that, so she goes back on stage, and then, Claudia shows footage. They did this with somebody else. Who did they do that with? Prince. When he kissed, who did he kiss? Because the whole situation between him and Liz, and he thought the cameras didn't see it. Oh, it was season 1. Or was it season 2? It might have been season 1. When he kissed Gabby. Because nobody knew about him and Gabby. They always did it to the Miami cast, I see. But, yeah. So, Chameleon, so we saw a scene where, Briscoe and Briscoe and Chameleon was out, and he kissed Chameleon. So, Chameleon says that he, Claudia asked him, so what did he tell you about him and, Cello? She said, well, he lied to me about it. He said that, that's just his baby mama, and that they were just they were working on being great parents to their kids. And Cello went off on Briscoe and was beating that ass. So then Tip also says he said the same thing to me. I said, oh, goddamn. So he was talking to Cello, Tip, and Chameleon at the same time. And Kendall backstage like, Chameleon, you told me something backstage, and you want to come out there on stage and tell them. So, tell them what you want to tell them what you told me. She said that she missed her period. I said, oop. Uh-oh. Briscoe, you in a whole heap of hella trouble. I'm like, damn. So now Cello is pissed, and she done with Briscoe. It's a wrap. I'm like, is it really? Damn. Bruh man was playing a good game. I don't know why you would play a game in front of the cameras, but you got caught up. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So then let's just wrap everything up in a nice tight bow. So let's talk about Trick and Joy. So Trick is still on this whole shit of he doesn't want to take the lupus medication. Trick is stuck in his ways. He's not gonna change because he doesn't want to. He don't want to take the medicine. He doesn't want to work out. He doesn't want to change his eating. He doesn't want to do anything that could prolong his life. And I'm just like, that is so stupid and so idiotic because he has high blood pressure. And they were like, well, if and it's not necessarily cutting. It's not necessarily saying, hey, you can't eat what you like. Is you can eat what you like, but eat it in moderation. Be smart about shit. Like, don't give your body reasons to fail itself. Like, and I understand him not wanting. I understand Trick not wanting to take the medication, but what you can do is you can find other protocols that can help you. You don't necessarily just have to take whatever they say. Ask your doctor for other recommendations. Find other doctors to get recommendations from them about what to do to help you with this lupus so that you don't have to suffer with it. Trick is stubborn and stuck in his ways. That's his problem. And Joy, they asked about their relationship. Things are getting better between those two, and Trick says, well, if Joy wants to try, I'm right there behind her. Literally, he's right there behind her. So then let's talk about. So next up, we had Hood Brat. So Hood Brat tells us that her niece and her nephew are still staying with her sister, and she feels her sister is very strong. And so Claudia asked her, like, so do you have a plan B in case this doesn't work? And she's like, this is definitely gonna work for me. Like, I'm not giving up on this, and I actually do. I have a great feeling for Hood. Hood Brat has talent and potential, so I definitely do see it for Hood Brat, and I really do want it for Hood Brat. And then Claudia asked her about her relationship with Kenny. So she says it's critical right now. So I took that to mean that she and Kenny are still very much with each other right now. And then we closed out with Suki. So Suki says that her kids are with her currently. And she was talking about how she was once fired from Popeye's chicken because she was stealing the chicken to give to her kids. And so here's my thing about Suki Hana. I feel like if she drops the personality, the Suki Hana personality, if she just kind of dies it down just a little bit, people might take her a little bit more seriously. That's just my personal opinion. And then Claudia asked Suki why wasn't what's her name, Nikki Natural, not invited to the little luncheon, and they got into it about that, and that was basically pretty much it for the reunion. I still want to know why was JoJo at the reunion. She didn't say very much, but you guys, that was Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3 Reunion Part 2. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button so you guys know when I drop anything else. Share this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So until then, you guys, peace out.